Hello everybody and welcome to part 23 of Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. So in the last episode we opened up the pathway into the hidden Lanayru Mining Facility, which is this structure here. And in this episode we're going to go ahead and go in. So let's go ahead and do that. I love how atmospheric they made it. But one thing I always kind of wondered is, like, if the entrance was filled with sand, how come there's not a bunch of sand in here? Like, the whole place was underneath quicksand. I guess it's best just not to question it. So yeah, now we're inside the Lanayru Mining Facility, which is the next dungeon. And it's one of my favorites. The other favorite of mine being the Lanayru Sand ship, but that's a lot later. Alright, so you got some of those weird things that look like scorpions. Alright, let's get that. Let's play some bomb skip-ball. Basket bomb, I guess. That would make more sense. Basket bomb. And somehow it just goes through the floor. But yeah. Alright. Let's see, what are these things called again? Oh, that's right. How do you say that? Aracha? Araka? I'll just say Araka. I think it's like arachnid, so I'm gonna say Araka. This larval monster is said to live for over 1,000 years. Or not over, but for 1,000 years, during which time it is continually growing. Though the larva is small in size, it's quite ferocious and often found in swarms beneath the sand. It tends to leap forward towards moving objects such as yourself. You have defeated 2 of this enemy type. I am unable to analyze blah 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 due to insufficient data. Okay. Die. Alright, cool. They're pretty easy. They're one-hit kills, and when they jump on you, you just gotta shake them off. And if you do it quick enough, they won't hurt you. Ooh, I forgot they dropped jelly blobs. It's kind of gross. Does the jelly blob kind of make up like their blood or something? That's weird. Ooh, I forgot about you, fellow. Take this. I don't feel like dealing with you. Yeah, we don't need the heart. Alright. So we see that there's like a locked room here. And, ooh, a path already. Okay. So it looks like, as you can already see, there's some levers over there. So we're going to actually have to, turn those levers. I think we have enough stamina to make this. Oh wait, definitely enough stamina. Ooh, barely enough stamina, I should say. I wonder if I can time this throw. Let's see. Ah! Okay, I guess I'll try one more time, and if not, whatever. Ah. Oh, well, I got one of them, or 2 of them. It'd be really cool if I got all 3 of them. Oh, well. I noticed that the bomb flash, like the little flash it does when it's, like, you know, the fuse is lit, it's a little slower than it was in Ocarina of Time and Wind Waker. I think the time that it takes for it to blow up is like around the same, but the actual, like, red flash is a little bit slower. So that's why I was kind of like messing up on the timing. Because like normally, like Ocarina of Time, the way I time it is by how fast the flashes are. But yeah, we got some red rupees, not bad. And there's a bomb there, so I bet you guys can figure out what we're gonna have to do next. Play some more basket bomb with the beetle. There we go. Ooh. Or beetle. And you know what? Just because I hate arachnids, although scorpions, they kind of, like, they're a little freaky, but I'm not, like, really scared of them too much. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not stupid, I'm not gonna go and grab a scorpion. But, they don't freak me out as much as, like, say, spiders. I don't know why spiders in particular scare me. Like, there are some scorpions out there that are even more deadly than most spiders. Matter of fact, I think most scorpions, on average, are more deadly than spiders, so yeah, it's just a little weird thing. I don't know. They just look creepier, in my opinion. And I, like, when I was younger, I used to hear, like, these horror stories of, like, what would happen if you got bit by certain spider types. Like, I think I remember seeing, like, a picture when I was young of, like, brown recluse bite, and it showed, like, this guy's hands, like, was totally disintegrated or something like that. Although, I'm wondering, like, I think that might be fake, but I sure as hell believed it when I was a kid, and you bet that made me not want to mess with spiders at all. Let me guess, you're gonna say, my shield is almost broken. The integrity of your shield is weakened. Be wary of the remaining durability of this item. Alright, well, it's a good thing I have a backup shield. This one, since, you know, we're not dealing with the electrical enemies yet, it's okay if we use the iron shield. So yeah, I'm gonna use this. Because I know I do have a revitalizing potion, but I want to save that for when I need some extra hearts. So let's go ahead and, ew, these things. These things are just gross. Like, most bugs don't freak me out except for spiders, but I definitely think they're gross. I don't know, maybe that makes me, like, weak or something, but I just, can't stand bugs. Ugh. But yeah, in video games they're not that bad. Unless they're spiders, like, you know, freaking, Armagoma in Twilight Princess. Jeez Louise. I think I brought that one up already in a previous episode, but, man, like, if you're arachnophobic, then Armagoma is your worst nightmare. It's a giant spider that releases hundreds of little spiders, and then once you kill the boss, there's like the big eye on its back turns out to be another spider. So, yeah, they're just spiders everywhere. Actually, before we go up here, I forgot that we can blow up these crates. They might have something useful. But yeah, thank goodness there's no Armagoma in this game. Although, you know, video game spiders are nowhere as bad as, like, actual spiders. Alright, so yeah, it looks like there's not much we can do. So I guess we just gotta go the only way forward. So let's go around here. Oops, wrong button. Or not button, I don't know what, it's not really a button, it's a motion, I suppose. There we go. So this is kind of like the main hub of the dungeon, so to speak, you know, like, obviously, there isn't really too much of a hub to a dungeon. It's just kind of like different waypoints that take you different areas. Because, like, if it was a hub, it would kind of imply that there's, like, you know, multiple paths you can choose, but in reality, there's only one path you can choose, and it's the one I'm taking right now. But, yeah, I was actually watching a video just yesterday about what makes a good Zelda dungeon. It was by a guy named Croton on YouTube. He's really good, you guys should check him out. Although, I guarantee you guys probably know about him before you know about me. But yeah, it was like a collab video with Nintendo Black Crisis, which is another good channel for Zelda stuff. Highly recommend those guys. And they were kind of like a good point they brought up is that Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess have like a sort of disguised linearity. Oh, these aren't electric, are they? Oh, yeah, they are. We got on top of this little ledge. Cool. But, okay, shut up, Fee. I know my shield's broken. Yeah, they were talking about, like, how, yeah, there's a critical path to follow, but they do a good job of hiding it, especially in this game. Like, yeah, there was only one way to go there, but this dungeon in particular will repeatedly take you back to this room, and it'll feel like there's more paths to choose because there are 3 different paths you can go. You just have to, a specific order in which you can choose them. So yeah, we got a small key. We can't do anything else because, as you see, there's a giant block in our way, so we can't get past that. But now that we have a key, we're able to kind of backtrack to an earlier part. And this is another point, like they brought up how backtracking, not like annoying backtracking where you have to sludge through the whole dungeon or temple, but like strategic backtracking where, like, you know, you have to pay attention to things you saw before. Like, I have to be wary that I saw a locked door here, so now I can go back and then progress through a different path. So it feels like it's non-linear because we're going all sorts of different directions. It's not like a straight line path. But in reality, it is still a path that we have to follow. We're still confined by it. So yeah, I think, and I didn't really think about it that way before. Like, I always knew the dungeons were linear. But yeah, they really do a good job of disguising the linearity in this game in particular. Oh. I guess there were like scorpion things on there, or aracas. Araca? Yeah, I'm gonna stick with araca. Get out. There we go. But yeah, and this dungeon is really cool because another thing they brought up in that video was themes in the dungeon, and this one's got a really awesome theme of time travel, shifting between the past and the present, which is honestly like super cool. Like, they kind of did something like that with Oracle of Ages, where you kind of went through different times. But I like the way it was done here a little bit better. I guess it's because this has, you know, they have more technology they can utilize, so I guess it kind of has to be better. But yeah, looks like we gotta use this bomb for something. I actually don't remember what we're supposed to do here, so I'm actually kind of figuring out as we're going. But I bet you have to take this, and yeah, okay, we have to blow up the crate here. Okay, good. It didn't take us that long to figure it out. There we go. Now we can get back to business. Oh, come on, Link. You can do better than that. There we go. But yeah, this switch is a temporary switch, so if you were to step off of it, it will deactivate, and the gate will close up again. So you just have to stand there and use your beetle. You would have had to use your beetle anyway, unless you get to like that ledge to the right, and then you can probably hit your slingshot. But that's if you do get there, the gate closes up. But yeah, I love this. Like, it unlocks certain different new things, and yeah, you see it disappears now, or not disappears, it locks up. But like, now we get like almost a whole new dungeon. Sure, it has like the same layout, but certain aspects are changed, and the music's different, which is awesome. But yeah, so the BMOs in this game are actually pretty easy to take care of. Although another easy way you can take care of them is just to do that. Also, I guess the lasers they shoot out are not actually, how do you say, they're not actual... Oh, you can stab those? Huh. Well, I guess they're not electricity, or maybe they are, and maybe they just didn't affect us because we shield parried it, but I always thought, like, even if you did shield parry it, you would still get shocked if you have an iron shield. But yeah, I guess this makes them even easier if you can just thrust them. And from that point, Elgato stopped recording my commentary. I have no idea why, but I'm gonna have to do the rest of this in editing. So yeah, so here I realized that I can just go around this way. I didn't have to go through the conveyor belt treadmill thing. But yeah, I don't remember exactly what I said, because I kid you not, it's been like, as of recording this right now, it has been over 2.5 months since I've played this game, or like this particular part. I think the last episode in the Let's Play was recorded 2 months ago in like March something, I think. And it's I think it is June 9th right now. So yeah, it was like about 2.5 months ago, or no, maybe 2, not 2.5. But yeah, it's been a while, so I have no idea what I said here, so I'm gonna have to improvise here. I'm doing this unscripted because I figured, since the original video was unscripted, that this one might as well be unscripted too. But yeah, enough of all that explanation out of the way. If I sound a little tired, it's because it's 4:45 right now, so yeah, I don't know why I always do these in the ungodly hours of the morning. But yeah, so I was probably geeking out about the dungeon more, talking about that Nintendo Black Crisis and Croton video about Zelda dungeons. but I'm pretty sure I would have finished that point by now, so we'll just go over that. I don't even remember what I said. And yeah, I'm pretty sure all that was up there was that red rupee. So yeah, I watched this already, so it's not like a pure reaction. I can just tell you that I don't really deviate too much. I pretty much just go straight ahead. Right here I try to be cool and I try to side hop onto the conveyor belt, but I end up getting slammed by the ore deposit. So yeah, right there. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You just sprint on it and you collect the stamina fruits, which for some reason are falling on the treadmills or conveyor belts. I have no idea why, but it's helpful. And yeah, here's a bigger BMOS. It's bigger, but it's just as easy, except this time we do one more stab instead of, you know, we do 3 instead of 2. But yeah, we just hit this lever, and I try to sprint down the conveyor belt to go fast, but I actually mess up, and I fall off, as you're about to see right here. Yep, right there. I thought I could maybe make it if I did a jump attack at the end, because you get a little bit of extra air, but of course I didn't. But I get it right here, and yeah, you do go really fast. And here's the last room for this particular video. So it does take a bit of a while to get through here. It's a sort of pseudo maze. I guess I was talking about disguised linearity. This one's not so much of a disguised linearity. It kind of looks like a maze, but it's pretty obvious that there's literally only one direction you can go. I don't know why I didn't collect that heart. I kind of need it. But alas, I forgot. And also we get a new enemy type, and before recording this I looked it up. They are called Froaks, like croak but with an F instead of a C. And unfortunately I do not get this rupee, which much to my dismay, because throughout this playthrough, up until probably like the last 10 or so episodes, as you guys probably already saw, I'm like obsessed with rupees for some reason. But yeah, so I fall down here. I think this is like the only time I fall down off of these platforms, and I figured while I'm down here I might as well kill some of the aracas down here, because you know I hate these things. They're just gross. I mean, look at you stab them and this like weird blood splat bug juice comes out of them. It's just gross. So yeah, I kind of explore around here, but I quickly discovered that these spikes pop out just about everywhere. That's not the required area, so yeah, I say I don't deviate too much. I guess this is a deviation here, but I just kind of want to cover all bases. But yeah, once I get back onto the platforms, I pretty much stay on a straight path. I kind of deviate a little bit more, like one more time, but it's not a huge one like that. Like that one took like about a minute. But yeah, so you just jump across these platforms. I don't know why, but these Froaks, like, they look like big pufferfish, but they float through the air like balloons, but they're also explosive. I don't know, I mean, Zelda enemies are very strange. I guess the developers just get really creative and think of some weird enemy that they can use for puzzles or something. I mean, this is not even really an enemy. The enemy music doesn't play or anything. They're just puzzle elements, like flying portable bombs that you can whack with your sword to shoot them in different directions. But yeah, so I try to see if there's anything there, but I find out there's nothing, so I go this alternate path, and this is the correct path to go to. So I guess it is kind of a maze, but like a pseudo maze, because there really isn't anywhere else to go. And it's pretty easy to see. I mean, when you only have like 2 options, and one of them was the wrong option, obviously the other one's the right option. But yeah, so here we see there's like a very important looking platform, and there's some aracas there. I try to skyward strike them, but I think I miss. I might get him with the second one. I kind of forget which one. Yeah, I get him with the second one, minus that one. But yeah, so this platform actually has the dungeon item. Strangely enough, we get the item before the mini-boss. And if you guys are familiar in any way with this game, you would know that this item is the Gust Bellows. I'm not going to read the item description because it's actually playing like on a mini player on my editing app right now, so it's really hard for me to actually read that. But you guys can see for yourself what it says. Essentially, it's just like it's kind of like the magical airbag thing from the SpongeBob movie. It's just an endless supply of wind that shoots out of the device. And knowing me, I probably made a Smash 4 reference here, or some sort of joke about using it to prevent your enemies from coming back to the stage. But I don't know. I mean, I can't really be sure because like it's been so long and a lot has happened. Mostly school stuff, so I don't really remember. But yeah, with this, as you guys can see, well, as you guys saw, because I'm not doing it right now. I don't know. I think I probably was making a point. I was probably saying something, and I wanted to make it clear what I was saying. That's why I didn't do anything. But yeah, as you guys were able to see there, you're able to clear these mounds of dust and dirt. I was able to get that rupee, and I killed that Froak out of spite, just because I hate the way they are, I guess. But here I try to kill these Arakas, but then the Froak comes near on the last one. So I try to see if I can blow up the last Araka, but I end up just pushing it off instead, which I thought was kind of strange. But nonetheless, it cleared the path, so I was satisfied. But yeah, as you guys might have saw in the corner of your vision, there's a chest on the lower level there. I just kind of clear the way of that Froak, and I come down and there's a lot more Arakas, whatever. Dumb scorpion bug larvae. And again, I forgot to get the rupee, and I think I heard a jelly blob come out too. I mean, it's really strange because I'm always going out of my way to get these things, and I just noticed it right there. It looks like I tried to sprint for it but missed. Yeah, I try to see what I can get. We go into his chest and it's a goddess plume, right? Yeah, it's a goddess plume. Really nice rare treasure. I don't know if it's always a goddess plume, but I presume it is. But yeah, I think I do one more check to see if there's anything else around here. And I also try to clear out some of those dust piles because of treasure. You know, it's always nice to get more treasure. But I'm pretty sure I find out very quickly that there's not much more. And I should go back to the platforms in a second or two. Okay, I guess I really just have to clear out every last dirt pile. That's one thing about this playthrough I've kind of noticed, like watching it. Like, for me, like, searching around for the dust piles was kind of fun, but I can see as a viewer, it's probably not so exciting to see me deviate from the path you're supposed to go to just to clear out some dust piles, so I can see why that might be boring, but I don't know what I just said. I didn't use proper grammar at all. But anyway, yeah, I never really went into that perspective because, you know, I've always just played the game, and it's not until I start editing these things that I realize how it's like to watch them. And like I mentioned before, I didn't start editing this entire series until I was done recording the whole thing. But yeah. Anyway, one thing I probably should mention, you might have noticed with this episode that it was a little bit quieter than the last ones, and the reason for that is because I noticed that when I uploaded the last videos to YouTube, like I never actually watched them on YouTube until just today. I watched one of them, and it sounded kind of like, you know, like those ear rapes, or just, you know, in general when you hear something through a speaker sound really loud. And I really didn't like that, which is weird that it came out like that, because in my editing app, in my software, it didn't sound like that. It was really clear, and it took me a second to realize, oh, it's because it's like super, super, super loud for some reason. So I lowered the volume to 40%. I figured it's still very audible. I mean, if it's too quiet, just turn up your volume, I suppose. But yeah, I don't know, I just wanted to fix that. So the rest of these from now on are going to be at 40% volume. But yeah, while I was rambling there, I cleared out the last big dust pile, and we're back in the main hub area again. And pretty much this is the end of the episode, as you guys can probably see. I think, yeah, okay, I killed, there's some keys here that I kill. Try to clear out those dust piles, and then I save at the bird statue at the end. And there's a part here where I try to do a manual jump to try to make it to the right there, yeah, and I miss. And yeah, so I decide maybe it's not a good idea to do that, so I try to drop down instead to ensure that I don't fall. And then here I kill this Chew with a spin attack, like, yeah, before they land, which I thought was pretty cool. But yeah, so here's the end of the episode. I don't know why I got really preachy with the outros in this series, but I'm not gonna do that. As a matter of fact, I'm just gonna admit it. I suck at outros, so here's the outro. See you next time, guys. Thanks for watching, and bye.